Welcome back to episode 10. 10 of the Sistah Talk. I am your host, Miss Beatty, and that's with a Z, and this is my host.
Oh, I'm going to say T. Arrington. Lord have mercy. Who am I? Who am I this week? Gold Chains Diva.
And we are just two sisters with a lot to say, and I mean a lot to say.
Always.
And I hope the misters have been enjoying our Sistah Talk podcast as well. So anyway, let's talk about how this is the 10th episode, which is
crazy.
I feel like we just started at number 1 and now we're at 10. That's crazy. But episode 10, and what's been going on, sis?
What has been going on? Let me think about this. This week has been a really good week.
Yeah?
I want to tell y'all the status quo answer, but I'm not going to give y'all the status quo answer.
It ain't for everybody.
You know, but this week has been a good week.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I've been really focused on like creating a better routine for myself.
Okay.
Because I'm realizing, like in that last episode, I said that this 30 body is a little different.
Yeah.
So, you know, just creating better lifestyle habits, you know, trying to get in the bed a little bit earlier, trying to get up a little earlier, trying to make sure I get a little exercise in. And then also, you know, myself and a few other my girlfriends started a prayer group in the morning. So that has been very helpful for my day. So, you know, it's been a good week. This week flew on by.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel you.
How was your week?
I want to say it went fast. You know me. I always say, like, I'm always working doubles. I worked some doubles this week. I'm a little bit tired, not gonna lie. I'm ready to kick off my shoes.
Get a drink.
And
look, every time we record these on Friday.
Yes.
We be ready for a drink.
A drink. Okay?
So if y'all watching somewhere out there in TV land, take a shot for us.
Please. But I'm just you know, trying to recuperate from coming back from New York and jumping right back into my work week. But other than that, everything's good. I'm blessed. I'm healthy. I'm here. And it stays light after 5 o'clock.
Okay. And look, it's still light outside. Yes. What time is it?
Listen, 7:02. So, but anyway, did we introduce this new segment?
So this week we have a new segment for you all. Pretty much the same thing as the hot sauce, but we wanted to give it a new name for you guys. So we're gonna spill the tea.
Or you could do this. Did we do the same thing? That's so funny.
Listen, we be so insane. It be so funny.
Yeah. So
look, pinkies up.
Pinky. Okay. Today on Spill the Tea, we have Tupac is back. The Machiavelli.
Okay. Run quick, see.
Listen.
Hail Mary.
So, obviously I've been watching on TikTok, sis. It started out as one video, but I guess, TikTok sees you're interested in one.
We go to that rabbit hole.
And then it,
the algorithm
is crazy. It's really, really crazy. But, so Tupac is back. His new name is Akil Talib. Akil Talib. And they're putting out various things as this not new Tupac, that doesn't sound right, but the reincarnated Tupac, which he never died, they're saying. Same nose ring, same little tooth at the bottom. I don't know if you know, Tupac has a little crooked tooth at the bottom.
Yeah.
That is very distinctive.
I think I peeped that in Poetic Justice.
Okay, so his tooth, his nose ring, and then they started to bring up old videos back when he was alive that he was stating that if he would ever come back, he would do a nose job. He would change his nose, which you can tell the person has a little bit of different nose, but they look alike. They look like the same. It looks like he has came back. I'm not gonna lie. And usually I'm like questioning, like, I don't see it. They rap the same, and we will be putting up a picture, but it's really weird.
So is this old dude right here?
Yes.
I saw this. And alright, so I saw him, and I saw that they talked about him because one of the other things that I know that they talked about was some of his tattoos. Mm-hmm. They got laser removed, but you can kind of see the remnants still on this man's body.
Mm-hmm. What do you think, sis? Like, seriously.
Oh, I don't know. Like, I believe it when it comes to the tattoo part.
Yeah.
But, like, I mean, he don't look like Tupac to me.
I'm not gonna lie, they do like a fade out video, and it's like the bald head Tupac that we grew up knowing, and then they go into his picture, and their facial features are the same. Sis, they look the same. They look the same. I'm serious.
I just feel like it's too. I feel like it's too much different about them.
I know.
It's too much that's different. I feel like, I mean, yeah, we know people can channel spirits and whatnot.
Absolutely.
So maybe it's a human show that's channeling his spirit or something. Maybe. And then we also know people are good at impressions. So
Very true.
It's easy to sound like and have demeanor like a person.
True.
I don't think that he's not giving Tupac.
So I'm gonna stick by. I feel like maybe Tupac has came back. Maybe because I am such a big fan of Tupac. I wish that we could bring him back, or I wish that he was. It was real.
I do, and I feel like that's why it's so easy for people to kind of grasp at this idea. Is because like his life was taken so quickly.
Yes.
We only got like this much of his like, you know, best work or whatever. Like, we didn't even get to the peak of his work.
No.
So I mean, I get why people want him to come back, and I get that it's been this long. Like, but I don't know.
You can't believe it. You're not a believer, are you?
No.
It's okay.
I'm not a believer because this man don't look nothing like Tupac.
I'm telling you, when you watch the videos that I sent you on TikTok, you'll see. I feel like you'll become maybe just a little bit more of a believer.
Little bit more?
Yeah, because that picture doesn't do it justice. So you guys will see. And if you haven't already tuned in to TikTok and seen what they've been saying and what they've been showing and how somebody made a prediction a couple of years ago that this would be around the time he would come forth and say, hey, I'm back. I know I faked my death, which everybody said that back, but I'm back. So, I don't know.
Maybe she can make me a believer. I'll let y'all know in the next episode. Because right now,
it's not giving.
It's not giving. Yeah, it's very much giving somebody's Haitian uncle.
You don't want to know what somebody said? They said somebody needs to put that Tupac back on Wish. You know what Wish is?
Yes. I'm saying.
I'm like, oh, come on, don't do that.
I'm just saying. I just feel like, it's a reach. I mean, come on there. We just saw the girl that claimed to have been R. Kelly and Aaliyah's daughter going around. Don't look nothing like Aaliyah. I just feel like people be doing stuff for clickbait these days.
Yeah, I can understand. that, but I'm telling you.
Well,
he might be that.
I'll let you know. Once I view those videos and listen to his music and see his mannerisms, I'll let you know if I believe it. Just a little bit.
Okay, all right. Okay, that's fair.
Well, I am going to spill the tea on something that affects us all in America.
Okay.
So, a lot of people that have been viewing our podcast know that we've been talking a lot about, like, you know, just us not having children yet and being, like, a little worried about bringing children into this world because, you know, parental rights are under attack right now. As far as, you know, we talked about Zaya Wade and changing her sex and things like that, and whether there should be any laws in place to regulate that. So what I thought was so crazy is after we talked about all of that stuff, I now know that there are 8 states in total, including Florida, who just passed this on Thursday. Basically, all of these places put in some type of legislature. It's not on a federal level, but they did vote on it as far as like the medical board.
Okay.
And basically they're banning minors from starting puberty blockers or hormone therapy or any gender reassignment surgeries unless they're 18. So this has caused a huge uproar because, you know, like I said, we feel like parental rights are under attack from our perspective, but those parents of children who want to transition feel as though their parental rights are under attack, and they don't understand why, you know, this decision is being made for them.
Yes, and to be totally honest, it's now it's gonna sound weird, like I'm switching. No, I don't want to say switching sides because I'm not really on anybody's side, but it makes me afraid for those kids that really can't handle who they are. Meaning, like, if there's a boy and he feels like he wants to become, a girl, and there's this law out now that you have to wait until 18. Okay, well, what if I want to end my life? Like, what if I don't want to be here anymore because I can't choose who I want to be? And then it's just like, do we really want to push kids to that point? And that's a little scary to me for them. You know what I mean? Like, for them, that's a little scary. Like, I get it. Like the law that they came out with, but it just kind of like frightens me a little bit. Like, and I can imagine that the parents are thinking that as well.
And that's really why it's such an uproar right now, is because people are worried about what this means. If the government can tell us this, then what else can they tell us? And it's just a lot going on. President Biden actually chimed in on it.
What did he have to say?
He basically ruled in favor of those wanting transgender rights, saying that these laws are cruel and sickening. And basically, he said that the FBI might have to get involved to override it. But there are 7 states that have decided that.
And I know you said Florida. Do you know the other?
I do not.
Okay.
I do not have a list of it. But yeah, Florida is the most recent one that just happened. Oh wait, hold on. Florida, Tennessee, Utah, and South Dakota are the ones that I see here.
Okay. It's so surprising that Florida would be one of the ones that would do that, just for the simple fact of I feel like Florida is a very influential state. There's a lot going on in Florida.
Well, Florida is absolutely an influential state, and I'm not surprised that it's Florida, because I feel like Florida is always a part of the conversation when it comes to anything as far as religion and other things like that. Like, I feel like they always are like, are they technically the Bible token state? What state is that they be calling?
The Bible token. I feel like
I don't know.
But I don't know. That's funny. I don't know which state that would be, but I definitely am shocked that it's Florida. I don't know. That just, it feels like Florida's a freer state. Like, it's warm. People are more like,
I mean, I feel like I would say that about Cali. But I also never been to Florida, so.
Okay, now I've been to Cali. I've been to Cali and I've been to Florida. So Cali people aren't really that nice.
I mean, I know they're not nice, but are they free?
No, not really.
I mean, I guess you would have more knowledge or experience than I would. I mean, because I've never been to either one of these places. But, I mean, just from what I know politically from Florida, when we hear about Florida and elections and stuff like that, I'm not surprised by it. But I don't know much about the people.
Okay, yeah. My knowledge on the political side isn't that strong. I don't really like to get into politics. But with California, just know this. I was walking on Venice Beach. This is just a little short story. I was walking on Venice Beach and a homeless person yelled at me. They were selling something on Venice Beach, okay? Like, it was like artwork that they made. And he got mad because I looked at the artwork. And the reason I'm sharing this story is because I think of free, and are they free? They're not. They're kind of like, everybody's a little bit odd.
Hold on, I need more context. Like, so wait. So he had it displayed.
Yes, Venice Beach. Think of Ocean City, the boardwalk.
Okay.
That's how Venice Beach is.
Got you. So the art was displayed.
Yes.
And you're walking by and you see said art. And then you decide to like just glance at it?
I glanced at it, but he wanted me to buy something.
Oh, well, first of all, homeless people everywhere are entitled.
Very true.
But California's homeless people
is a little bit different.
They bougie.
Listen, how you gonna be a bougie homeless person?
Listen, I was just talking about this with one of my friends the other day. They be choosing. Beggars couldn't be choosers.
Right.
But they be choosing today.
Yeah. You're absolutely
You either gonna get what I got or you ain't gonna get nothing.
Right.
Be happy with what you get.
Right.
You're gonna pass out on your blessings. Look, that's how I feel about it.
Yeah.
Look, you can't dictate to me how I want to be nice to you.
Exactly. So, with that being said, I don't feel like Cali or Florida like that's just surprising to me. I don't know. I feel like they would be all for, you know what I mean? Like they would be all for it.
Well,
so
I don't know. Well, my thoughts on this is obviously we've talked about this before, and I do feel like you definitely switched up on me because this was just last episode we were talking about this.
I did.
I do feel like I think they're doing the right thing. I'm sorry, and I think we're always going to have a separation between religion and politics. It just is what it is. I think it's never going to make sense. Yeah. Now, I'm not saying that I'm viewing it from a religious standpoint because I gave my background on why I feel the way I feel last episode, which was we're having this conversation. Their minds are not developed. Why is it so necessary that these parents have to say, hey, I know that you want to be a girl, so let's go ahead and go through the process of that, rather than saying, hey, well, I mean, it's okay if you like to wear dresses, go ahead, wear a dress. If you want to do this, wear that. Why does it have to be so dramatic as far as suppressing everything else right away? Right. Why can't it be a gradual process of, okay, this is what I know my child likes to do, and breaking down those gender barriers. Right. Like these things that we think are historically women activities and these things that we think are men activities. Why can't it just be a they activity? And just we change the way that we view it, and then they can make decisions for themselves when they become old enough.
I think I understand where you're coming from, and I agree. But I think I switched sides for this. It's the same topic, but it's a little bit different. I feel like
because it's an actual reality now.
Yeah, because it's first of all it's reality, and I feel like once again the parents are being stripped from their rights to be able to choose for their child. Now, listen, I understand maybe we shouldn't allow these underage kids to make decisions for themselves because they might not know. But if the parent and the child come together as one and can agree, like, okay, maybe my child does understand. Like, I don't know. How can you say what goes on in a home?
I can absolutely agree with what you just said. I do feel like, as long as there's some type of agreement on it, I mean, in a perfect world, that should be awesome. But as a person who personally believes that a lot of these grown adults that have not dealt with their own trauma are pushing these things onto their children.
That's different.
But everything is going to be different. Like, when we think about it, we can't have a blanket solution to everything. Somebody's going to be upset.
I know.
Somebody's going to be upset because I do believe there's a large number of people out there who have experienced certain traumas in their own life, and now they're kind of pushing that onto their children. So we can't really wholeheartedly be like, oh, just because the parent agree with this person, they may not be mentally where they supposed to be at either.
True, but who are we to tell somebody that they're not mentally
I'm cool with it. They want to take women's rights away from us. I'm cool with it.
Listen, I just feel a little
because I feel like they've already stopped women from being able to have abortions. They're dictating everything that a woman can do to their body. So why not dictate to what somebody else can do to their body? A child at that. I'm a grown ass woman. If I decide I want to get an abortion, that's my choice. Absolutely. But this is a little kid, and y'all defending the rights of a child, but not defending the rights of a woman. We're losing our rights in the midst of this argument. Yeah. We are.
Yeah. I understand. I get it. I don't know. I feel bad for the babies. That's where it gets me. Well, that's where it gets me. I feel bad for the babies because in any way, shape, or form, this is just a lot for a little person to handle.
Let me be sympathetic. I could be an a-hole at times. I'm a Leo. But let me be a little sympathetic. I get where you're coming from as far as, feeling like you want to be something inside and not being able to make that decision for yourself. But I don't feel personally that they will receive as much backlash in school if they for just feeling how they feel inside versus if they actually went through the change and now you're walking around as a man that has breasts. That's even more confusing. And to a person that's not sensitive, that could even still take a person to their breaking point. You know what I mean? So it's like I feel like there's a level of protection in place now because we are just from my point of view, protecting the child from going through some of those things they're not ready to process yet.
I get it. I just feel like, what if they are ready to process it and they want to?
But how can we be sure though?
I don't know. We can't be sure. We can't be sure either way.
I can be sure that they can wait till 18.
Listen, you got people that are losing their virginity before 18.
I mean,
if we're gonna go tell a kid and tell their parents that they can't choose
that's not the same thing. That's not the same thing.
Listen, but it's sexual. That's sexualization. I don't know. I feel like it's sexual. Like, I don't know.
I mean, it is sexual.
It still has to do with sexual things.
I mean, it has to have not really. Becoming a transgender person has to do with gender.
Yeah.
Gender and sex are two different things. And a transgender person will tell you that. So they're battling a whole different thing. And their gender has nothing to do with sex. These children, I know for a fact, are not thinking, oh, I want to be with this person romantically or with somebody.
Yeah, I was going to say they are.
But I'm just saying that's not why they're going through the change. They're not going through the change just for sexual reasons.
But
I'm just saying we can't have a conversation about sex and make it about sex if it's not about sex. It's not about sex. Sex and transgender are two different things.
I get it. I don't agree, but I get it. I don't agree, but I get it. I understand what you're saying, but I don't agree. I don't. Because I've seen, and without putting people's business out, like, I know people that are in this LGB, and I might not be saying it right, QT, all of it, yes. All of that. Mm-hmm. I know people that are in it that, like, are telling me things and showing me things, and of course these people are older.
Well, give me a little bit of, you ain't saying no names, so just give me a little bit so I can
like understand. I had somebody tell me just the other week that he's a man and he is gay, mm-hmm. but he is more of a masculine man. Okay, and he told me that he would rather be with somebody that is let me make sure I'm saying it right, so because it gets confusing to me. He wants to be with a woman, a man that wants to be a transgender woman. That's what he wants to be with. Are you following me? Now, are you following me though?
Yes.
But isn't it confusing?
Well, yeah.
And doesn't it make you think about like a little bit?
But this is also a grown ass man. But he's saying that.
Yeah, but he's not a grown ass man. He's not
like 19.
Yeah, around that.
That's still enough. I'm not saying wait till 25 like I proposed on the last episode.
But hold on. But remember, we said on the last episodes that these kids are being exposed to a lot more at a younger age.
Shantae getting mad at me, y'all. She getting mad at me, but I really want to understand.
No, I'm not.
I want to understand.
I'm not. I promise I'm not. This is a very healthy debate. No, but I just, I don't know. Like, I just feel like, how can I say this to make you understand? Like, you do realize they're trying to get, if they haven't already, they're trying to do away with middle school.
Right.
It's supposed
and most
to be,
of them already have.
Now, if you get rid of middle school, you have what? You have
little kids with big kids, which I don't agree with.
Me either. But little kids are going to be exposed to girlfriend and boyfriends and everything at a young age. Okay. And I do know that pregnancy, young teen pregnancy, I mean, girls is getting pregnant at 13, 14 years old.
Not to put anybody's business out there, but I mean, that's something that has happened in my family quite a bit.
Right. So with that being said, what is the difference? That's all I'm saying is, what is the difference between somebody being sexual at that age from somebody being like a younger kid being like, you know what, I want to have, and this is going to sound so, because I don't know how to filter it without just saying it.
Just say it.
So how, a little boy being like, oh, well, I want to have breasts. And I want to have breasts because I want to wear a crop top or I want to show off my boobs. That's sexualization to me.
I mean, it is.
That's how I'm looking at it. So we can't really there's no fine line where we're saying okay, I understand what you're saying. 18, choose to change your sex. I get it. But that, I feel like it's gonna be a lot that comes with that. And kids are gonna be feeling it. Because kids are very mature at a young age now. And that's my point. Kids are mature at a young age. And that might create them to want to self-harm.
Well, I'll say this. We're just going to have to agree to disagree.
Yes.
We're going to have to agree to disagree because I get what you're saying, but I feel like it only causes a problem because we've already started down this path.
Mm-hmm.
If this would have been a conversation at the beginning before it was a very popular trend, and I am going to call it a trend. I don't care what nobody say. It's a trend. If we would have had this conversation prior to it becoming a trend, it would have been more acceptable, I feel like, to say, hey, let's put some sanctions on this. But now we're at a place where it's all the way out there. Yeah. So, I mean, I get what you're saying, but I feel like at some point, I don't know. I don't know. You're right. We can't police everything. I do feel like there should be a layer to the clause or whatever that says, if the child and the parent both agree before 18, then it can be done. But then it's just so much gray area, and it's always gray area with law because it's like,
yeah.
How do you know that the parent is not like I said, like even just on a level of coaxing a child to do something? Because we know that that's possible too, that parents can intimidate their children into doing certain things. Yeah. So it's a fine line to it. I just feel like if we're going to dictate, like we said in the last episode, and I'm giving on it because we said 25, and I really feel strongly about that. But I feel like 18 is reasonable. If we're saying that they can't smoke cigarettes, if we're saying that they can't, cigarette, that's 21. Yeah. But like, you're an adult when you're 18. Yeah. And I just feel like it should be time given. I just feel like there's not enough time being given to these children to be able to experience enough about life to make that type of decision. And I quite don't understand. And somebody correct me if I'm wrong because I don't want to be ignorant and I'm not trying to be insensitive to nobody. Mm-hmm. But I just don't understand why it has to be so dramatic. For years, there have been men who like to dress as women and women who like to dress as men. Why can't they do that as the sex that they are and still be accepted until they're old enough to make that permanent decision for themselves? Right. We already are being forced to accept everybody anyway, so why can't we just accept them dressing and presenting how they want to present, just clothing-wise, aesthetically-wise, right. And then when they choose beyond those four walls of a high school to say, hey, go ahead, if this is what you want to do, you've had enough time to really sit in this thought, and this is what you really want to do. I just feel like it's an impulse thing right now. I just feel like it's an impulse thing. I feel like when you give people too many options, they don't know what to focus on. Right. I don't know. I just feel like it's too much. It's too much. It's too much. But I mean, like I said, I guess we gotta agree to disagree. I didn't think that, this was gonna make us debate as much as it did. But it definitely is a controversial topic. It is. I do believe that if Joe Biden has anything to do with it, he is gonna have the FBI step into place and stop these states from being able to do it. I don't think that they're gonna allow these states. It's too much like right. The Republicans have, I just feel, I'm not even going to say the Republicans, but it's been too much going on as far as rights in general. Mm-hmm. They're not going to let the government sanction this and say, hey, we put control on it. I know for a fact they're not going to let them do this.
Listen, they might surprise. I
don't believe it. In a time where we're living with all this dark stuff and all this evil and everything that's going on.
I feel like they're trying to be more controlling.
I mean,
I don't know. It's so, I don't know. I just feel bad for the babies. That's all I'm worried about is the babies.
I don't know. I just feel like, I don't know. I just feel like.
I definitely agree that it's too late though. Like they've already been exposed to all of this. So why now? Are you trying to put an age limit? Like why now? You should have been did that.
Yeah. I mean.
Anyway, we can keep it going.
We really can. But it's time for conspiracy. All right. So first up on conspiracy talk.
Oh well, I guess I can go.
Okay.
Is that okay?
Yeah.
Okay. So Today on my conspiracy talk, I get a little. I'm gonna do my calm voice.
She gotta bring it down for y'all. We got a little heated.
Yeah. But we're gonna do Teletubbies, and I know everybody's like Teletubbies. Listen. I grew up with the Teletubbies. A Teletubbies was a very popular cartoon. And I was, of course, scrolling on TikTok.
As we like to do.
As we love to do. And there is a conspiracy about the Teletubbies. So, the conspiracy is that the original cartoon was actually based off of a psych unit for kids. And I shouldn't say as we know, because I watched Teletubbies so when I was younger, but you have Poe, you have Tinky Winky, you have Dipsy,
Lala.
So listen, you have all of those. Each one of those characters was based off of a child that was locked. This sounds really, really crazy. Locked in a room, and they were forced to watch TV, and they were locked in dark rooms. Okay, so this created each child to turn into a really creepy, and I'm just gonna let you see it, and we'll put it up on.
Yeah.
A really creepy character that doesn't really look like the Teletubbies, but
oh my god. What was that movie called? Where the Wild Things Are?
Oh my gosh,
it looked like them things.
It does look like Where the Wild Things Are. And each one, Tinky Winky, Poe, they all died. The kids died and came back these creatures that they, call the Teletubbies. So I thought that was very interesting. I felt like it was very believable, just because it's creepy. Maybe it was the music that from the video that I was watching. I don't know, but it's really creepy. Like for Poe, they said Poe fell into a fire and was roasted alive, and that inspired Poe. Like that. It's just creepy, and they made this into our kids. Once again, we are feeding our kids.
Well, they always say they feed it to us in a form of humor or whatever, but it's always some truth to everything that we see on TV.
So that's the part that really had me. They say Dipsy was lying in his vomit for days. That's nasty. Tinky Winky was deaf. Like, just come on. I just want to, and listen, and I always have a short story about something because I can relate to it. My aunt bought me who's yellow? Lala? Yes. Lala's the yellow one. Bought me a Lala book bag, and people made fun of me. And in elementary.
I remember when people used to make fun of people if they wore purple and called them Tinky Winky. Listen, kids are cruel.
Listen, kids are really cruel. So this had a little, I guess you could say, a special place in my heart when I wanted to bring this conspiracy talk up. But is this a conspiracy or not? Do we believe that?
I believe it.
Listen, me too.
I'm about to say, yeah, it's very believable.
Yes.
We've seen several things on TV that are far-fetched that are based off of life stories. So I just feel like this is probably just one of them unspoken stories that they didn't really speak too much about.
I think so too. So, conspiracy or not? Or not, right? Okay, so sis, what do you got for us today for conspiracy talk?
All right. Well, guys, y'all know I love me a good conspiracy. So my conspiracy is actually a bit of conspiracy and a bit of real life.
Okay.
So I came across something on TikTok. I'm just saying TikTok just sparks, It
does.
It sparks your interest, but you're like, let me just look up some stuff and see if this is real. But anyway, so I saw something on TikTok about a statue that is actually located in Washington, D.C.
Okay.
This statue is actually named We Come in Peace. The artist's name is Huma Babas. Okay.
All right.
This is a monumental figure that stands 12 feet tall. It has 5 heads staring in all different directions. The giant has hands and feet, long hair, big ears, and basically it's gender neutral. So it's a hermaphrodite,
Okay.
and not by my terms. That's what they call it. They call it a hermaphrodite. Basically, it has pointed breasts to signal female, and a big bulge below the waist to indicate that it is male. The all-seeing one's body is black from the hips down, and turquoise from the neck up, and pinkish gray on top. It has various markings, including like a star-like pentagram on multiple areas of the body. And for those who don't know what pentagram is like the symbol for devil worshippers.
And if you tell me that the hands are like this,
no, the hands are actually down like this.
Because you know what this what's seen above is seen below. Then I'm just gonna say that's exactly what it is.
Well, so just to say all of that, now I think the other thing that I think was most interesting to me, because this is the part I don't think that you were able to see in the video I showed you when I did my research on this. It's actually a 2-part statue. So the second figure is called Benam, or Urdu for no name. Basically, in front of this, devilish like demon figure, there is another figure just feet away from it that's laying down, kneeling. You can see the hands out like this. It has a trash bag type of tarp over top of it. And out the back of it is what you can assume is what they call excrement or feces. Yes. And basically it's saying that it resembles a human-like rat. So, I had to do my research on this because, we talk a lot about end times and just the evil that's in this world and just, influencing people and all types of different things that are popping up everywhere these days. And so I had to do a little research. And basically, the artist who created this piece wants the piece to basically be open up to interpretation. However you see it and think about it, that's what she wants you to do. But her specific influences were like horror films and different myths about different things, and she tried to bring that to life in the statue. The whole thing to me is creepy.
Yeah, super creepy. And why? Like, why?
Yeah, because I feel like, we hear artistic expression a lot. But, why is it that everything that's evil is artistic?
Very true.
Like, that has like a negative dark tone to it.
Right.
And this to me is just cringy. Like, we're gonna put the picture up for you guys to see. But I just wanted to show you just better pictures than what, that video showed. And it's very eerie. Like, it's very eerie to just look at. Like,
yeah, why? Like, what's the
and
point?
then this is the other figure that I was telling you about. As you can see, the stuff coming out the back. Because I really had to look that up and try to figure out what that was. Like, it's creepy. And so the way I came across this is a young lady on TikTok said that God gave her a vision, a message to go to that statue and pray against it.
Yeah, because what in the world? Listen. I know this is conspiracy talk, and we still got one more segment to go. We're going to cancel the world right now, okay?
I'm saying, throw it all away and start over, okay?
Can we start over? This is ridiculous.
It's just, I don't know. It's like it really, to the point of what we were just talking about. It's like you can't police everybody.
No,
it's like once you say one thing is okay, everything is okay at that point.
At this point, there shouldn't be no blocks on porn sites. Just to let everybody see. Like, what in the world? There won't. Never mind.
If I say turn on the TV, it's all dry porn anyway.
Exactly. They show a lot more nowadays.
Listen,
than what they did.
I was like, oh. I was like, they showing.
Hold on. Yes, they showing and then. Okay, listen. No, but seriously, P Valley. I think I asked you.
I watched maybe 1 or 2 episodes, but you know how I feel about.
Okay, and I'm not gonna try to get off topic too much, but P Valley, they so put-handed. Okay.
Listen, on All the Queen's Men, Tyler Perry show.
They so put-handed.
Girl, I was like, Bolo. Ain't a conspiracy no more, Bolo. We saw you.
Yeah, you done showed everything.
I was like, oh. I was like, I didn't see that the first time I watched this episode. Okay, yeah. Pay a little bit more attention. But yeah, they showing a little bit of everything on oh my god, I just caught up on Lovecraft Country. That had a lot of titties in it.
Did it?
Yeah, it had and I'm just so surprised. I'm like, wow, the stuff that used to be just left for imagination is not left for imagination.
No. Everybody knows what a pun did look like. I mean, shoot, you ain't gotta wait. No, listen. Never mind. We ain't gonna go there anyway.
Well. Are they trying to target us through statues and portals all around this world? Conspiracy? Or not? I don't know. I'm just a messenger.
Message. Oh my gosh. So on to uncancel culture.
Yep, this is the segment for those who have not watched any previous episode, where we live in a time where everybody gets canceled. I might get canceled after today.
Nobody's canceling. Okay?
But no, people get canceled for various things, for various reasons. It's for little things mostly. But here we want to give people their flowers or not. But we're going to try to put some of these people back on the shelf.
Actually, I have a little twist. I think you had a twist
last week.
This is going to be a little twist. I don't want to, for me, my opinion, and listen, we probably going to get in another debate. But it's okay because at the end of this show, we still love each other.
Absolutely.
Okay, there ain't nothing.
But I really want to say, this is proof that you can have tough conversations with people.
Absolutely.
But still believe what you believe. And just get it out and be respectful of other people.
Absolutely.
And move on.
Absolutely. So, with that being said, on Uncancel Culture today, I'm going to talk about Aries Spears and Tiffany Haddish.
Okay.
We are going to talk about that viral video of them. Well, it was Tiffany Haddish and Aries Spears with the little kid, and they were playing "My Mind Is Telling Me No,
But My Body," and whole time Aries Spears looking through a newspaper like a little boy, like a weirdo,
like a creep. Now, when I first seen this video, I had watched a little bit of it, and my stomach started to hurt. I'm not gonna lie, I was disgusted. I turned it off, and then I rewatched the whole thing, and my thoughts on it are, it was not tasteful at all. I did not think it was funny. And it made me look at both of them as comedians differently, because I think Aries Spears at one time when he was, pretty popular, was very funny. And I think Tiffany Haddish is great, at every movie that she's been in. She's very, very funny. But seeing that made me look at both of them just totally different. I'm very surprised that, and as they said, the kid's mother did not know, or the parents did not know what they were going to do and how they were presenting it. And I just feel like it's wrong. Like, why? Like, why would you have that little boy in his drawers and be looking at him through a piece of paper? Why would you have that little boy in a tub and be looking at him in the tub? Whether it's a joke or not. Right. We have a lot of child molesters out here. Are you making it okay for them to do that? That's just how I feel. I'm sorry.
Guys, when y'all see me take big gaffes, I be trying to keep my lips closed. I be trying.
I'm sorry I feel the way that I feel. I just don't feel like it's right. Like, I don't.
Alright.
Here we go.
Alright, so let me start with... I don't want y'all to cancel me, so I gotta choose my words wisely. I'm already on thin ice. Alright. Let me start with, yes, I agree. With there are real life experiences that people are going through when it comes to being molested and being touched by family members and things like that. And it's definitely not a topic to joke about.
Yes.
What I will say on the other end of that is when I watched it, because everybody blew it so out of proportion and blew it up, I was expecting something 10 times worse.
Really?
I don't know. I don't even remember what the name of that movie was, but I know it was on YouTube solely, I believe, and it was with the little boy and the dad. I think.
And they was doing stuff with each other. Yeah, I don't know what
that was creepy.
Yeah,
I thought it was gonna be more along the lines of that type of eerie.
That was crazy.
So when I saw this, I was just like, oh, this is what everybody else upset about. I'm not gonna lie to you. That was my first reaction.
Yeah.
I was like, it gotta be more parts to this thing. And I made sure I saw the whole thing. Because you gotta dig deep to find that video. When I saw it, my thoughts were, obviously, it wasn't tastefully done.
Yeah.
But their intentions were well. They wanted to bring awareness to the issue, not leaving your kids with everybody. And because they're comedians, it had to be a funny type of aspect to it. We have to think about it. This was before Tiffany Haddish hit her
peak.
This was, I want to say, after Aries Spears probably hit his peak, so he was really not relevant no more. So I just feel like it was one of those things where, somebody had a vision to do something, they did it, and it just didn't work. In retrospect, first of all, when I saw it, I didn't laugh. But in retrospect, I can laugh about it now. Because there's so many things, it's inappropriate, like dark type of comedy. Not saying that I wish that would happen to anybody, but I can laugh, I can see it for what it is at this point. Now, as far as the whole thing about the parents not knowing what it was for and all of that, I think that's a load of crap.
You think that they know?
Parents always know.
Yeah, true. It's kind of like what we said about the R. Kelly thing.
Parents like to turn a blind eye when they get a paycheck. And then when it come and blow up and now they can be looked at a certain type of way, then it becomes I didn't know. So if you didn't know, what type of parent are you? You're supposed to know everything.
Right.
You're supposed to ask questions.
Yeah.
Get the details. You should have been there. Where were you?
Right. You just
that little boy was not that big.
Yeah, no.
There was no way you should have ever handed your kid over and said, here, he's yours for the day. I'll be back 8 hours from now. Yeah,
that is true. It's very true. It's very true. I don't know. I guess
I'm not saying to uncancel.
Yeah.
Let's be clear. We can keep Aries Spears and Tiffany Haddish canceled because I don't personally. Tiffany Haddish, she's kind of played out for me at this point. But yeah, we can keep them canceled. I'm cool with that.
Yeah, I guess when I also watched it, I had a mother watching it with me that has a son. And she gave me kind of her viewpoint of it. And she was just like, oh, hell no. Like, this is real. That's how I originally seen it. And she showed it to me. And then I watched it. You get what I mean? So, just, hearing from a mother's point of view, which we are not yet.
So what was she saying, oh, hell no, about?
The little boy part, because she has a son.
But what she's saying in terms of like viewing it from an entertainment standpoint of
no, she was viewing it. I think maybe from like
just
a personal,
in general, it shouldn't have been created.
Yeah, she was viewing it from a personal stand, and I understood where she was coming from. But that's because of her.
Well, what was her
background.
What was her major concern?
Why is the little boy, where's the parent? Did they know that they were doing this? Did they know that they had the little boy in his underwears and rolling around? Not rolling around, but playing with the, y'all can't see me lift up my leg, but
it was very inappropriate.
Yeah.
It was. But that's why I say I could laugh at it now. I wasn't very much laughing about it when I first saw it though.
The only thing that I did think was like that much funny was when the roles switched
and the little boy
was looking at the man.
But I don't know. I just feel like I told a line for it because, you know, as an artist, as a writer, you look at things in a different type of perspective, regardless of whether we looked at it from like what it was, like just aesthetically, like they should have never put somebody in real life in this predicament to bring this thought to life. But it really did make people talk, though.
It did.
And I'm sure it made somebody think, bro, I need to stop leaving my son with my uncle.
Yeah.
I need to stop leaving my this with this. You know what I mean? Like, it made people think about, hopefully, it made people think about things in a different way. Because, I mean, realistically, it is a struggle that we deal with. I'm not going to say just in the black community, but it does happen a lot in the black community.
I was literally
you know what
about
I mean?
to say that, yeah.
So it's like, somebody had to draw awareness to, you can't leave your kids with everybody.
No, you
because
can't.
not everybody subscribes to that point of view.
Yeah.
So I think that for the idea that it was supposed to promote, I think it did that, but I think it just missed the mark as far as, like you said, tastefulness.
Yeah, definitely. But did you have an uncancel culture topic for that, or no? You didn't.
No, I don't have nobody I want to uncancel this week.
Okay, you don't have no.
You know, we gonna leave it on a high note right now with Will Smith. He's real popping right now. I'm still rooting for my boy.
Listen, I still need to watch Chris Rock's comedy show.
Yeah, I didn't watch. I'm not really a huge fan of Chris Rock, so
yeah, you're not.
I'm not really pressed. I'd rather see Marlon's. Marlon has one too. It's on HBO though.
It's on HBO. Mm-hmm. Oh, by the way, this is a little. We're gonna say this on the camera. I got Stars app, and I've been watching BMF Girlfriend. Oh, she gonna share her password. I'm only doing the 7-day subscription, and then I'm canceling.
Boo! I can do that too.
Listen, I've literally binged BMF. This is off topic, but
now I gotta do the 7-day trial, but I'm trying to wait till the season, because the season is not over yet, is it?
I think there's only 2 seasons.
I know, but is the second season over?
I don't know yet.
Then I don't want to do my 7 days till the second season's over, so I can watch all of them in my 7 days.
It's great. Oh my god.
The first season I'm caught up on.
Did you know the back history? I'm sorry. Did you know the back history of it?
Not 100%. No. First of all, what I really just now discovered was that Little Meech is actually the Meech's son for real.
Yes.
I was like,
isn't that awesome? Isn't that awesome? Like how? Anyway, we're getting off the topic. But yeah. So
I'm not uncanceling anybody this week. Okay. I might just uncancel myself.
No. Definitely. Listen,
I want to cancel myself next week, and here's why. No, I'm just but no, I think we had a mouthful. We almost duped it out a little bit on this episode.
It's healthy. A healthy.
Yes, absolutely. But hopefully, a lot of the stuff that we talked about today will have your wheels turning. Maybe inspire you to have a hard conversation with somebody that you know that may not necessarily agree. But all in all, everything is just to understand. You know, not to bash or attack anybody, but just to understand where they're coming from, and maybe if we understand each other a little bit more, it might be a better place.
Look, I love that.
Bye.
Yeah, I love it.
Well, this is episode 10 of the Sistah Talk podcast. I'm your host, Gold Chain Diva, and this is my co-host,
Miss BD, and you know, like I always say, that's with a Z.
With a Z. You can follow me on social media at goldchain__diva, and you can follow my co-host
Miss BD MZ_, and you know the last name BD.
Well, we hope you enjoyed tonight's episode, and we'll be back next Monday at 8 p.m. with a new episode. So I hope you enjoyed, and we will see you then. Good night.